All right. Hey, hi, howdy. How are you today? This is 406 Broncos. I'm Mac.
I'm Dakota.
Hey, hi. And got a couple things we're doing today. I guess we're starting off with a couple little things that are going on right now, like a mini camp, or the rookie mini camp that the Broncos are doing. And was that other news?
DeMarcus Ware.
Okay. Yeah.
Potential of DeMarcus Ware coming in and being a pass rushing coach for the Broncos.
Yeah.
And then we're going to start our series on our top 10 series, which we're going to do throughout the offseason as we have nothing to talk about.
As in, we're going to do our offensive top 10 today.
Today we're going to do top 10 greatest offensive Broncos of all time.
Yes.
So, but let's go ahead and start about the rookie mini camp. Everything seemed to go pretty well. I mean, everyone looks pretty sharp. It's only the first that we're seeing of everybody, but Chad Kelly got out there, and Jake Butt was out there.
But
all the two receivers looked really good from what I saw. All I've really seen are just little highlight clips. It was really cool to see Bradley Chubb out there. Yeah, it was cool to see him out there working with Vaughn and all that. They were saying that he's been a real leader already, which is good to see. Chubb, that is, has been a pretty good leader so far. So that's good to hear. As far as I know right now, all the rookies have signed their contracts except for
my pop.
All the rookies have signed their contracts except for Chubb, Royce Freeman, and Yadam, I believe. Those three have not signed their rookie deals yet, but no fear on that just yet. I'm sure they'll be signing them before too long. I guess that's all I got to say about that.
On the minicamp?
Yeah, I mean, there's really not. If you want to watch the highlight videos, we put some highlight videos on our Facebook page. You can check them out on pretty much any Bronco page.
It's pretty much all the news that's going on with the minicamps. There wasn't really anything else.
Yeah, nothing too crazy.
But I guess dabble in this whole DeMarcus Ware, because I'm not all knowing about this one like he does, I guess.
Well, I just read it this morning. They were talking about how I guess it's been in talks that this was something they were going to do, is bring DeMarcus Ware in to help as like a part-time coach. Not it would just be for like training camp and for, all off-season stuff, not any seasonal stuff, but it's just a part-time thing where he's helping out the pass rushers. And this was something they've been talking about for a while, and something that DeMarcus had talked about for a while, but nobody ever reached out. And he went and reached out to the Cowboys and was going to help them, but nobody got back to him. And now apparently the Broncos have reached out to DeMarcus Ware to potentially do this. How would you feel about that? How cool would that be?
I would love that. I would absolutely love that. I love DeMarcus Ware on the field, man. I'd like to see him, help out.
Oh, well, and
I mean, he was literally Wade Phillips' child on defense. They absolutely loved each other. I'd like to see what DeMarcus Ware could give to the table.
And Bradley Chubb is basically a new DeMarcus Ware. He is. Right. That's what he's going to be for the Broncos.
Yeah, so I'd like to see him help out. That'd be great.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, also, just another bit of information I'm thinking of is DeMarcus Walker. He's going to go down on the line. So he's been putting on some weight to go back down to the line.
I saw that.
Therefore, Bradley Chubb will be a stand-up outside linebacker from what we're feeling it's going to be. But back to the DeMarcus Ware thing. How much you want to bet, now that the Broncos have reached out to him and are looking to get him to do this, the Cowboys are going to they're going to do the exact same thing.
They're something out.
Yeah, they're going to be like, oh, no, let's get DeMarcus.
The reason why we didn't is this was happening, and we just didn't have the time, and I see that you are interested. And
yeah, so
they're going to do something.
It wouldn't shock me in the least if Jerry Jones was like, oh, no, we can't let him go there. But who knows? I mean, it'd be great if he came and helped out these young guys and gave some pointers from one of the best. But yeah. So, let's go on ahead and get our top 10 going. We weren't quite sure how we wanted to do this. Jeez Louise. We weren't quite sure how we wanted to do this, but
Here, turn your phone on.
Yeah.
Okay, so we were debating on how we were gonna do this. Like, if we were gonna just give our top 10,
Both
and
do a
then-
list.
Yeah, like both do a list and then just give them, present them. But then I said maybe let's make the top 10 list while we're doing the show.
So we'll discuss
and
it all.
Be able to discuss and debate and see who hits where in our list together.
Yep.
And maybe you guys will agree, maybe you'll disagree. So.
But I have a list. We made a short list of the best players, about 20 people who we think are the better players that would deserve to be in the top 10. So we're going to narrow it down. So, coming in at number 10.
Coming in at number 10. Okay, that's hard because, geez, I got to make room for all.
Well, it's like, where do you draw the line?
How many do you have on that list?
There's about 15, 20.
Shoot.
Sorry, wanted to make sure there wasn't any audio going. I thought I heard something.
Okay.
We're not having audio issues ever again!
Show it on the marker that that's not an issue right there. Okay.
Oh, it's the dogs. There's dogs outside. Okay, so it's where do you draw the line, right?
Jeez, I don't know. Okay. Let's just discuss this a little bit. Let's also think about people that kind of more biased to people who are more a franchise to us, not just been
Oh,
there
yeah,
for
no,
a
I
bit
agree.
and then gone. So, geez, Lou, it might have been better if we started at the top. It's hard to start at 10.
That's true. You're right. Okay, that's not normally how I would do it because obviously you'd want to end at number 1. But I think everyone's thinking the same thing. We all know who number 1 is, right?
Correct.
Peyton Manning.
Yeah, no, Schofield.
No, just kidding. Yeah, Michael Schofield. No, John Elway. John Elway's number 1.
He'll always be number 1.
I think that's pretty obvious.
He's made kind of the dynasty of what the Broncos are, so we weren't too much before him.
No.
And
he's still a huge part of our team.
Oh yeah, he's leading that team. So.
Obviously, he's not on the offense anymore, but he's. No,
I bet he could throw some dimes still.
This is the guy who I think is probably one of the most. No, I'm not going to say underrated because he's definitely highly, rated. But I think in the talks of all-time greats, he falls short of a lot of things. This is a guy that took a team, like several teams, that did not deserve to be in the Super Bowl, 2 Super Bowls. Granted, they lost miserably,
yeah.
but
he fought to get there.
But he single-handedly took teams to Super Bowls that did not belong anywhere near a Super Bowl.
You can just discuss this like with the 2 that he brought him to with fighting against Cleveland, the Browns. Those were some epic games.
Yeah, the fumble and the drive. Absolutely.
And when Cleveland just thought they were going in, they thought like, oh man, we're going to the Super Bowl. They gave him like a minute to get down the field, or less than it.
Back when
don't give John Elway that. He's clutch.
Back when the Browns actually had something to hang their hat on.
He's an absolute clutch master, bringing us to a Super Bowl. And yeah, it was pretty much a one-man team. What was it? Did he bring us to 5 total? No. How many did he bring us to?
5.
I know
5. Because 4 doesn't sound right. It's got to be 5.
No.
Because we've been to 9.
We've been to 8.
Sure.
Super Bowl 50, then
48. 2 with Peyton.
2 with Peyton.
I want to say
4 with Elway. No.
I want to say 5 with Elway.
5.
And then 1 with Craig Morton.
Okay.
We're tied for the second most. Maybe it is 8. No, I think it's 9. I don't know.
Okay, no, he's got 4. Because that would equal out to having 7. Or no, it is 8. Holy crap, I can't remember. Why can't I think of this? I just
We're
know
gonna
that
look like such idiots on this.
It is what it is. But
we're new school. We weren't around back then. Okay.
Well, I remember his back-to-back wins.
Yeah.
I remember those. So.
Okay, wait. So we lost to Niners, Cowboys.
Redskins?
Redskins, Giants.
and that's just him.
No,
Right?
no, no.
The Niners one wasn't him.
No, it was. I think. I don't think the Cowboys one was. And then we lost to. And then we
Seahawks.
we lost to Seahawks, beat Panthers,
Falcons.
Packers. So we have been to 8. He was at 4.
He must have had.
No, he was
5.
at 5. He was at 5. That's what I meant. 5. Okay. Enough. Number 2. We all know
figured
how
it
great
out.
John Elway is. Number 2.
Oof. Okay, number 2. Are we gonna kind of spruce it up a bit?
Okay, yeah. What do you think? I know who I think.
Well, I could tell you who I think, but I mean, if we're gonna
If we're different, we'll debate and we'll decide.
This one's hard, but I mean, he absolutely killed it with us, and I'm going to say Peyton Manning is my second choice. Just the fact that what he brought to the table in 4 years.
I did not think that's what you were gonna say.
It's him or Terrell Davis for me.
I was gonna say TD.
Yeah.
That's a guy who was a Bronco from beginning to end. And don't get me wrong, Peyton. But a lot of people remember Peyton as a Colt too.
I know, but like I'm not saying like.
And don't get me wrong, I don't disagree that Peyton should be on this list.
He absolutely broke records. Like you got to think of his 2013 season. That guy killed it, smashed it. One of the best years we've ever seen of him.
Oh, I know.
And in the matter of 4 years has brought a team that could barely get in the playoffs, or if, and bringing them to a Super Bowl twice.
Right.
So it's hard.
I'm
a big Terrell Davis fan.
I'm gonna fight for TD, man. He's in the Hall of Fame. 2,000-yard rusher, 2 touchdowns, or 2 Super Bowls, Super Bowl MVP. Man, TD.
He hit his 2,000 mark. Yeah, I mean, I guess.
Hall of Famer, man. Peyton's a future Hall of Famer.
Oh, he's gonna be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Oh, I know. But TD, man, that's a Bronco legend.
For life.
Yeah, for life. I'm gonna fight you on TD, man. TD's got to be number 2.
I'd say so, but then I'm going to put Peyton at number 3. He's going to still stay. He's staying on top, man. It's hard.
I'll concede Peyton at 3 if I can have number 4.
Smith.
Yeah, absolutely, man. You know where it's at.
I knew you were going to say that one. So, okay. We got down the line pretty fast on that one.
Well, let's go ahead and give Peyton his... Well, we kind of did already.
Yeah, so we fought it right there at 2 and 3. So...
Peyton,
now,
we'll say Peyton at 3. Okay.
Yeah.
Because you're right. Peyton had an amazing 4 years. 2 out of 4 years went to the Super Bowl. 1-1.
It's hard. Like
second best quarterback in Bronco history in 4 years.
Yeah.
He has the second most stats of any Bronco quarterback ever.
It's hard. It's I would say we can give Terrell because he was in that dynasty with John Elway.
Two Super Bowls.
Back-to-back Super Bowl wins.
Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah, you got a Super Bowl MVP against the Packers. That one of the greatest
best performances.
Greatest games, man. The helicopter.
I think
the underdogs kind of.
It's definitely top 5 Super Bowls in my mind. There's been some really good ones lately, but anyway.
That's hard. I
So
think
we'll say
Patriots
Peyton at
always
number
will
3.
have the top Super Bowls.
But I'm saying number 4, the greatest wide receiver in Bronco history, Rod Smith. That's my boy.
It's hard to pass up on that one. I
Dude,
tell you that.
He's also has 2 Super Bowls. You know, he's the all-time Bronco receiving yards, receptions, and touchdowns. That's the guy, man. I'm saying Rod Smith, number 4. The fact that I don't have a Rod Smith jersey blows my mind. It needs to happen. Like, I don't know. I have at least 8 jerseys, and not one of them is Rod Smith, and I don't know why, because he's my all-time favorite player.
I don't know why either. You haven't even lived with him.
I did, too. He was around with Plummer.
When did he retire?
Like 2003 or 4.
Oh, so you did see those ones?
Maybe it was even later. Maybe it was like 5 or 6. No, yeah, because he was around when Brandon Marshall was there.
Because after John Elway, it was
Greasy.
It Okay, and then it was Cutler.
Plummer.
Oh yeah, you're right. I was mistaken both those. Yeah, I was mistaken both those, and Plummer.
But Rod Smith played with
Jake
Plummer.
the Snake.
I love Jake the Snake.
He was too. I remember watching that one where they went to the AFC Championship against Steelers. The playoffs were fun to watch, but got our butt kicked by the Steelers.
I remember when we beat the Patriots, Champ Bailey on a 99-yard interception return. Not for a touchdown, though. Okay.
Right.
Number 5.
Number 5? Okay. It's gonna probably be hitting the dynasty again for me. It's hard to pass up who it is, but it's gonna be Shannon Sharp.
That's what I'm thinking, too.
It's hard.
You got it.
And that guy's got 3 Super Bowls.
Oh, wait. You know what? Yeah, we'll say Shannon. Because there's
He's got 2 with us, and he got 1 with the Ravens.
Mm-hmm.
But one hell of a player. One of the greatest tight ends to come out of Bronco history, I would say.
One of my favorite lines from Shannon Sharp ever. Hello, Mr. President? Yeah, we need the National Guard because we're killing the Patriots.
That was awesome. I saw that the other day watching that.
Love that. Shannon Sharp, yeah. There are some things about Shannon, like personally, that I'm not a fan of, but as a player, you can't deny the guy. He's a great player, one of the all-time greatest Broncos. I say that's a good fit, number 5. So number 6, because I feel like he almost should be higher on the list because he doesn't get a lot of recognition. We can't let him go any lower on the list. Okay, Floyd Little.
Okay.
Floyd Little, one of the greatest Bronco running backs of all time. It's almost harsh for me to say that he's number 6 because he really does deserve to be higher. But we're sticking to our list. He's still on the list. Number 6, man, Floyd Little, one of the only guys to have his number retired for a Bronco.
Yeah.
He's in the Hall of Fame. Outstanding running back.
They never retire Terrell's at all?
No, not yet, at least. But he is in the Ring of Fame.
So, how long does it take usually to retire a number?
You can do it immediately. It's all up to the ownership and the franchise whether or not they want to do it. It's rare to do it in football because there's so many players.
That's
It's
true.
easy to do it in basketball or baseball, but yeah.
Well, why don't they just start making 100 jerseys?
No.
Like 199.
Or X,
No,
like
yeah,
Bill
no.
Goldberg in The Longest Yard.
The Hammer.
Yeah, sacked your ass.
Um,
Okay, so number 6, we're sticking with Floyd Little. Let's go. Okay, now here's where it's going to get tricky. Number 7. We haven't done an all-lineman yet.
Well, you know who the old lineman is.
I think it's time.
And that is it should. And
It really
it's
should.
hard to say too because he should almost be high on the list too. One of the best O-linemen, the best O-lineman to come out of Denver. And that's Gary Zimmerman.
Absolutely. Left tackle. One of the best O-linemen we ever had. Played for the Vikings beforehand, right? And then came to Denver
I'd have to look. I think it's Vikings.
and then Broncos.
Yeah.
Finished out his
I
career.
believe it was.
Still a great player in the end of his career. I think 7's a good spot because everybody above him is just so great as well.
that's
You know,
true.
it's such a hard list because we have so many talented, amazing players.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Gary Zimmerman, one of the greatest O-linemen, deserves to be on this list. So we'll stick him right there, I think.
Are we at what, number 8 now?
Number 8.
I have a proposal.
Okay, let's hear it.
It's a guy who's been with us for a good while, and he's getting close to breaking some records with us.
I know exactly who you're talking about, and I was thinking the exact same thing.
One of my favorite guys to ever come out of Denver, and that is DT, Demarcus Thomas.
Absolutely, I agree 100%. I think he's the only active player that even should be on this list at the moment. And for offensive at least. And yeah, absolutely.
I think he's earned a spot on the top 10 for us on offense. I mean, he's been there for a good while now, and he's made some
huge
moments, ridiculous moments.
I'll never
and
forget.
For us,
I'll never forget.
The Steelers one?
Yep. I jumped so high that my head was touching the ceiling. I was so so
First-
excited for that play.
First play in overtime. Tebow throws to Demarcus Thomas for a touchdown.
And the stiff arm.
Yep, the stiff arm all the way for a touchdown, dude. I was going ballistic when
Loved
I
it.
saw that. That was so crazy. I just couldn't believe it. I did not think we were gonna get past the Steelers in the
With Tim Tebow and all that, yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought the miracles were about to end, but they were just... Well, I guess that was the end of it, but
I mean,
still. Also, though, with DT, yeah, you're right. He's only 1 or 2 years out from breaking all of Rod Smith's records, which is a huge feat. I don't think he's actually quite number 2 in stats yet, but he's just right on the cusp. Like, he will be number 2 at the least by the end of this year, barring injury.
he's
He's a solid guy.
I guess I'll knock on wood too because I haven't seen him get hurt all that often. I mean, I have, but not serious where he is out for the whole year.
He is durable, and he'll play. We've seen him play while he's hurt.
Oh yeah, I've seen him get licked pretty good, and he just gets up. You know it's hurting him really bad, but he'll still
because he knows he has to be out there.
Yeah, Emmanuel Sanders.
We saw that with the Chargers. Remember, he was hurt and he was out there limping.
Yeah.
Because he just knew he needed to at least be out there.
I thought that was with the Giants.
Okay, maybe it was.
I think it was the Giants he was doing that. He was limping because he know that, yeah, he has to be because, I mean, we were losing. We're doing pretty bad. He needed to help out somehow. But even in Sanders did that same thing. He got injured that game with that ankle.
Yep, and he was out. He was out for that rest of that game.
But I know he got hit a couple times, and he was working through it.
Sanders will take a lick and keep on fucking... He'll keep on trucking. Gotta break it.
Yeah, you did it.
I tried to catch myself, but it was too late.
Not the first one.
All right. Number 9, right?
Number 9, where are we at?
What did we say on the last one? DT? Yeah, and I agreed with that.
I gotta look at this list.
I think we're done with these. I think it's going to be all these.
Getting to some of them I don't even know right there.
I'm going to say number 9. Tom Nalen. Center. Get a couple of linemen on this list.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, you need them.
Well, and he was amazing. Played, I think, like 10 years with us. He was Elway's lineman, and I think he went all the way up till Plummer. He was with us for a very long time. Very good player. I don't have a lot to say about Tom Nalen, but I know he's a candidate for the Hall of Fame. He's been for a while. Him and Mecklenburg, those guys are all up there. So I'm gonna stick with that, and let's round it off at number 10 with do you got anybody you want to propose at that final spot?
Number 10.
I know where I'm thinking, but I want to see what you're thinking.
I don't really.
Want to see the list again?
10.
Because I know where I'm thinking. What?
I can hear you.
Oh, by the way, while he's looking, I decided to don a non-Bronco shirt today just to make sure that everyone out there actually knows.
You have different shirts?
Yeah, that I have actually more than 5 t-shirts. So I'm donating my Iron Man today in honor of the fantastic film Infinity Wars.
Well, I'm looking at this list, and the only one that really pops in the eye is Ed McCaffrey.
Yep, that's exactly who I was thinking. Eddie Mack. I mean, everyone knows who Eddie Mack is if you're a Broncos fan. So, he was a big part of a lot of the stuff that we did. Him and Rod Smith were the dynamic duo. So, yeah, we'll end off 10 at Rod Smith. So,
let's name
I
the list.
I said Rod Smith. Ed McCaffrey. So, from
Okay.
10 to 1, Ed McCaffrey. Number 9, Tom Nalen.
Okay, I was going to say, I can't remember.
Number 8, Demarcus Thomas. Number 7, Gary Zimmerman.
Okay. 6 was Rod Smith.
Number 6, Rod.
5.
No.
wasn't it?
Number 6 was Floyd Little.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Number
Number
5, Shannon Sharp. Number 4, Rod Smith.
Jeez, I got that all wrong.
Number
4,
3.
Rod Smith. Number 3, Peyton Manning.
Yes.
Number 2,
Terrell Davis.
And
Number 1,
John Elway.
John Elway of the Denver Broncos. Good one, Bobby.
So
So there's your 10.
I'd say that kind of concludes it, huh?
I agree with that list, though. I think that's a good list.
Well, next week, we're going to do the same thing, but
Defense.
what for? And then next week after that, special teams. Just kidding. We're not doing that.
Here's your top 10 special teams. Jason Elam. We'll throw Matt Prater in there just because he got the record.
What's his name? Eddie Royal. Yeah. He was good.
He was all right.
No, he was
Might as well
good.
say Trenton Holiday for the one season. Jason Elam.
And,
There's your special teams one.
no, and, crap.
Britton Colquitt?
I don't remember. I can't think of it. Okay.
Isaiah McKenzie?
Oh, yeah, he's the winner.
Oh, no. That's top worst.
He's number 1.
God, I almost want to do a worst.
That would be fun.
That'd be
But,
so
I mean,
fun.
usually if
Tear
they're
'em
worst,
apart.
if they're the worst, they're only there for a year or 3.
Yeah, but just guys that you just hate.
I can tell you 5 of them right now.
Michael Schofield.
Oh yeah, he's probably. I don't know how many times we actually screamed his name and said "F you." How many times?
Enough. More than enough. For more seasons than I would like to remember.
What's
And I
that?
hate that he has a Super Bowl ring.
Yeah, that does suck.
And it drives me crazy that Champ Bailey does not have a Super Bowl ring, but
And-
Richard Sherman does. Kills me inside. Same Super Bowl that happened. Kills me.
Champ Bailey definitely did deserve.
He did.
I mean, how many years he just killed it for us, and
God, I feel like there was something else I wanted to say.
yeah, save it for next time.
If I remember ever.
All right, guys. Well, we will see you next week and talk about our top 10 defense
Defensive.
picks.
And
So-
if there's any other news, we'll bring that up as well. But for now, from 406 Broncos to you, have a great night. Live
Bye.
long and prosper.
Is there any other kind of quote I can do?
Oh, we're done.